welcome back. I'm coming to you from my car, a little bit of an unusual environment, but I'm so excited about a project that just came up last night. I cannot wait to even get home. I wanted to tell you guys about what I have going on. So last night after skating school, just before we all left for the day, Coach Paolo was telling us about how he is going to be going to the Philippines in 3 weeks to skate at the Philippine National Championships. And hopefully, if that goes well, he'll be able to represent the Philippines, which is so exciting. Paolo is an amazing skater, and it would just be really, really cool to get to see him, you know, skating at some of these top level competitions.
You may actually recognize Coach Paolo because he has helped me out with 4 different videos here on this channel. And I'll post links down below so you can check those 4 videos out.
So where I come in is before he was done telling us all about what's coming up for him, he asked me if I could make one of his 2 costumes. I'm so excited about this project. I went home from work last night and just spent like a couple hours looking at men's skating costumes. Of course, I don't want to copy anybody, but I just want to kind of get a reference for what's popular in skating costumes right now. And I went to bed like with my brain full of costumes last night. And then today, we did the most important things. I met up with him at the rink and I got all his measurements. You can't make a costume without measurements, so I did that today. And then we sat down and looked at that board I made and kind of went over things, and he was able to tell me, yeah, I really like this concept, I don't like this. And I was able to get a really good idea of what kind of things Paolo likes in a costume. And that was really, really helpful. And then he gave me the music so I could listen to that and kind of get some inspiration for what would be a good, place to start with for the costume. We're kind of talking about maybe something that has a little bit of a suit styling. He's skating to Take Five by David Brubeck. And so something maybe with a suit-ish style, but he also likes the idea of something asymmetric. And so I need to think about something that is maybe a more avant-garde version of a suit. He also said he would really like it to be a one piece where it's pants and a top, but it's connected in one piece and the top kind of goes over the pants. It gives you a little bit of a longer look. So I need to keep that in mind. He would love it for it to be a dark purple. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So I have all these different things we talked about that I am going to be trying to integrate into the design. Now, I only have 3 weeks till he's flying away. 2 of them he's going to be out of town training. So I got to get on this really fast. Now, normally I would order the fabric from Spandex House and get it shipped, but I don't have enough time for that. So today I'm actually at the fabric store and I'm just going to see what they even have. I don't even know what I have to work with. I don't have enough time to ship anything. So I need to work with what I have in town. I do not like shopping in a store like this for a project that's this big because there's such limited selections, but we're going to do our best. All right, let's see. I'm in the athleisure knits. These are their kind of spandexy things. So there's black. There's a purple. This is pretty bright purple. This is much brighter than I want for Paolo, but they do have that. I might need to dye it. Let's see, there's kind of a rust that might work. Blue. Here's a white. I might just get white and then dye it myself so it's exactly what I want. Ooh, some mesh. Definitely going to be getting some mesh. And this is a really good color of mesh. Let me see if this might work, or if I could find something a little bit darker. Sometimes you can find interesting things in like the cosplay area. Like, I'm not going to use this, but it's kind of cool, you know. So looking through the cosplay stuff, see if there's anything. This is interesting. Kind of has a purplish tint to it. Might be able to use something like that. I also love this fold over elastic. This stuff is so great. You can dye it whatever color you want. So I always like having the white stuff on hand because I can dye this when I dye the white fabric purple, and that way it'll match the costume. So I definitely want to pick up some of this today. And then let's see what they have in Rit dye. I think I want to go with this eggplant because I don't want it like super purple. That purple they have is too purple. But if I do eggplant and maybe this navy blue together, this would be a really great combo. So I'm going to pick both of these up so I can dye some of that white fabric and the elastic purple. This is the other thing that I absolutely have to get today. This is what I make my patterns out of. It's got a really great like 1-inch grid on it and it's slightly see-through. So when I make patterns, I use this. So I'm gonna get a couple of yards of that so I can play with it. Just as I thought, there's not a ton of material here that I will want to use. I might try hitting some other fabric stores this weekend. I am gonna pick up that white spandex, the white elastic, the pattern paper, and those 2 dyes, so I can at least get started with that.
All right, skaters, so I have an update. We have a finished design that I am gonna start sewing tomorrow. I'm very, very excited about it. So this weekend, Paolo sent me the cover art, which I'm gonna post right here so you can check it out. This is the cover art for the David Brubeck album that has Take Five. He thought it was super cool, thought maybe I can draw some inspiration from it, and yes, I love it. So we're gonna scrap the idea of a suit and go with something designed based on this cover art. So the next thing I did was actually get in touch with my sister, Joanna, who has a degree in fashion design from Otis School of Design down in LA. And I got in touch with her because she just has this incredibly talented artist skills. Like, she can draw the most beautiful things. Her fashion renderings, I just think, are so incredible. So what I did was I gave her all of the design points that I was going to try to hit for Paolo. I sent her the cover art. I sent her pictures of all of the material I was going to be using, and then she took all of that and created this really incredible drawing that I could then share with Paolo that he could give his approval on. So this is what we're going to make. I'm super excited. So this is going to be a black velvet pant, and I already picked up the materials. I'll show them in a second. We've got that dark purple. We have the asymmetric. It really draws the colors from the David Brubeck cover art. In fact, let me post them side by side so you can look at the 2 next to each other. Looking at them side by side, you can really see where that cover art is coming to life in this costume design. So we've got all these half circle swirls. Every one of them is a little bit different. We've got ones that look like little sun rays. We've got the little white rectangles shooting out of the circle on the shoulder. I think it looks really original, and it achieves what I wanted, where it's going to look like a piece of art that you can actually wear out on the ice. With that cover art in mind, I finished my fabric shopping. This black stretch velvet is for the pants, and I went ahead and dyed the mesh and the spandex. So this is that eggplant and navy combo. I think it came out really well in these 2 fabrics. And then I picked up this 4-way stretch velvet that is this gorgeous burnt orange color and this butternut squash color. We're going to use some white as an accent, so I went ahead and left some of it white. And I'm really excited about this black mesh with the pre-done crystals. So this is the fabric selection for our costume. So those are the materials I have purchased to work on this project. I am going to probably look in my stash and see what other things I can draw from to help complete the look. But those are the materials we're working with to start with. Tomorrow I will be working on making the pants. I have the pant pattern all prepped and ready to go, along with my black velvet here. So that is the first step of this process. I hope you guys will find this interesting. I will take you along the whole journey, so stick with me and you can see how I take those raw materials into this beautiful piece of art that Paolo is going to be able to wear out on the ice.